Hi, my name is Jason Yu, and this is my details video for Amazon Elastic Transcoder. This is a final project for the Cloud Computing course at the Harvard University Extension School taught by Professor Zoran Djordjevic. Amazon Elastic Transcoder is a media transcoding service offered in the Amazon cloud. It solves the problem of effectively distributing high volumes of large-sized media files. Elastic Transcoder is elastically scalable, able to transcode media files in parallel. The service is time and cost effective, managing all aspects of the media transcoding process transparently and automatically. And it supports a wide number of media formats including 3GP, AAC, AVI, FLV, MP4, MPEG-2, H.264, and MP3 to name a few. Nonetheless, there are some drawbacks such as limitations on the number of simultaneous and total transcoder jobs allowed to be processed. Also, it does not yet support some raw camera formats. The Amazon Elastic Transcoder architecture is essentially comprised of four fundamental components: presets, jobs, pipelines, and notifications. A transcoder preset is a template of the video and audio settings used for transcoding media files. Amazon provides predefined transcoder presets for numerous popular outputs. A customizable preset can be created if the predefined ones are not suitable. A transcoder job performs the work of transcoding the media file. Each job has a pipeline, preset, and input media file associated with it. A transcoder pipeline is a queue that manages the transcoder jobs. Each pipeline has an Amazon S3 input bucket associated with it, where a job gets its input media file from, and it has an output bucket associated with it, where a job puts the transcoded media file in. A pipeline may also have SNS topics associated with it, where it sends status alerts about the progress of a job. A transcoder notification is a status alert regarding the progress of a transcoder job. These include when a job starts, when a job finishes, when a warning condition occurs, and when an error occurs. This use case scenario discussed involves taking video content recorded as multiple large-size files from a high-definition camcorder and ultimately delivering them through a simple static website. It demonstrates how to use the AWS SDK for Java to programmatically upload a batch of large-size video files to an Amazon S3 bucket, transcode them with Amazon Elastic Transcoder, and finally generate a video HTML file to host the videos on an S3 static website. Lastly, this walkthrough only highlights the most essential parts of the code. The essential code for uploading multiple video files to an S3 bucket is in the main method of the upload folder to S3 bucket program that I wrote. And it is to use the AWS SDK Transfer Manager utility class to upload a specified folder to a specified bucket. To execute the program, create a runnable jar from the source code and run it in a terminal window with the bucket name and folder to upload as command line arguments. To verify all the contents of the folder have been uploaded, go to the S3 Management console and navigate to the upload bucket. The essential code for creating an Elastic Transcoder batch job includes the getObjectsKeys method of the Create Elastic Transcoder batch job program that I wrote. This method iterates through a specified bucket and keeps track of all the object keys matching a specified regular expression pattern. In this case, the specified bucket is the input S3 bucket containing the media files previously uploaded, and the regular expression pattern is a pattern matching only .mov files. The create transcoder batch job method calls a helper function to create a transcoder job on the specified pipeline for each input key using the specified preset. The input keys in this case are the file names of the videos uploaded. This method also generates the output key and thumbnail name pattern based on the input key prefix. The output key is the file name to use for the transcoded file. The last part of essential code is the create transcoder job method. It uses Elastic Transcoder classes in the AWS SDK to create a job on a specified pipeline using the provided input key, output key, preset ID, and thumbnail name pattern function arguments. If an Elastic Transcoder pipeline has not been created, go to the Elastic Transcoder Management Console, click the Create a New Pipeline button, and follow the steps. From the Pipeline's Summary page, take note of the pipeline ID. To get a preset ID to use for transcoding, go to the Presets page and take note of the ID of the system preset:web. To execute the program, create a runnable jar file from the source code and run it in the terminal window with the pipeline ID, input key pattern, and output preset ID as command line arguments. Again, the input key pattern matches only .mov files in the videos folder. To verify the transcoded media files and thumbnail files were outputted to the S3 bucket, go to the S3 Management Console and navigate to the output bucket. The final step is generating a video HTML page. The essential code to do this includes the getObjectKeys method of the Generate Video HTML Page program that I wrote. This method is actually identical to the getObjectKeys method of the Create Elastic Transcoder Batch Job program. But this time the specified bucket is the output S3 bucket containing the transcoded media files, and the regular expression pattern is a pattern matching only .mp4 files. The write video HTML page method first creates a file writer object for the video HTML page and writes out the HTML header. Next, it writes out the HTML video tag to embed each video key in the page. This method also writes out the HTML reference tag to create links to each video key for web browsers that do not support the video tag. Finally, the method writes out the footer for the HTML page and closes the file writer object. To execute the program, create a runnable jar file from the source code and run it in a terminal window with the output bucket name, video key pattern, thumbnail file extension, and output HTML file as command line arguments. In this case, the video key pattern matches only .mp4 files in the videos folder, and the thumbnail file extension is PNG. After that, go to the S3 Management Console, navigate to the transcoder output bucket, and upload the generated video HTML file index.html. To enable the output S3 bucket for website hosting, go to the Properties tab of the output bucket and click the Enable Website Hosting radio button under the Static Website Hosting section. Type index.html in the index document text box and click the Save button. Take note of the URL for the endpoint. Finally, to verify the video HTML page is viewable and the transcoded video files embedded in the page are playable in a web browser, navigate to the URL for the S3 website endpoint. You may also follow the link for an individual video file to verify it is playable in a web browser. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.